Easy people, welcome to Nice Things, live and direct lockdown. I hope you all tuned in. I'm going to be doing some hip hoppy stuff, I think. Oh, it's chilly here, I'll tell you what. I hope you're all safe and well. Let me just refresh this page again because it always shows it like this, which I don't like. So hopefully that should now pop up live. Excellent. So yeah, few discoveries I made last night which I'd like to share. Yeah, easy Joseph. So few discoveries I'd like to share. Also, I've got the keyboard connected, so I wanna say to anybody who is wondering, should you get a keyboard to connect with this? I'd say absolutely. If you've got a keyboard, a USB keyboard, plug it in, because these pads are good, don't get me wrong. They're good pads, but certain things are just not good to play on pads. It's just faffy. I've noticed playing bass lines on here can be funny. Sometimes it works, but if I want to try and really think about it, it's easier to just do it. It's like 5 seconds on a keyboard. So, a couple of things just before I start. I've got, like I've said it before, I've got a few things that I've chopped up as little breaks. And the main reason why I use these on here is, even though I've got songs, if I take them and like Facebook or YouTube or anything like that reads the algorithm, it'll mute the voice. So like there'll just be no sound, which may be a plus or a minus depending how you look at it, if you like my voice or not. So I'm just going to go through a few of these soul loops because I quick scanned them and I thought, yeah, they're interesting. So they're all my ones. What stuck out to me, so if I find it again. This one, I liked this. It stuck out to me. A quick tip, I'll give you a tip. For hip hop, a lot of hip hop, blues stuff or bluesy type stuff or doo-wop, you probably already know this if you're into hip hop, if you're into boom bap or hip hop, old school hip hop. I don't mean Little Bucket and Richie Rich and the rowdy tattoo face guys or anything like that. Then it doesn't really matter, that's more trappy. I just mean like hip hop as I see hip hop. So doo-wop and stuff like that and slow songs really are good for that, but I notice 3/4 chop things work well. So what I've done is I've cleared it as I normally do, clear the Akai Force, and then I've gone into sample edit, and I'm unsure if you can do this on any other MPCs, but on here it's an ace thing, is when I go into trim, right, I'll put the speaker on, so I'll play the sample as it is before I start chopping it up. Yeah. What I've done is I use this thing called GLS, a plugin called Get Lost Sound, to get rid of some of the vocals. So some of the vocals cleared. You can use RX7 to do it as well, but GLS is free, but it only works in 32 bits, so keep that in mind. But you can type GLS app, VST GLS, and what it does is it gets rid of the middle part of the sound. I think you can do it on here anyway, but I'm just doing this. So a great thing you can do in this chop, like I said, I don't know if you can do this on an MPC because I haven't got any more, is I can go through Q and find what I want to chop out. So my speciality as always, go to screen and get screen up, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit so I know where it is where I want to chop. So I'm going to chop the first bit, and this way I'm doing it manually, but I'm not getting it to do transits, or I'm getting exactly what I want. So I can go here, I know that that's a transient, I'll play it. Yeah, I like that, so I'm going to chop that, move on. That's another piano thing, I'm going to chop it, I can see it's a channel. There, I think that's another one. Yeah, that's right, so I'll chop that. There, I can see that's a piano thing. That's another piano, I can see it. Yeah, so because what I like to do is I like to get all the musical parts of a song, so I can hear that that's another musical part. And if I'm getting all the musical parts, I'm getting all the chords, structures. And for if you're like me, who can't play, it's nice because I've got all these chord structures now. That's another one I can see, I can hear it. That's another one I can see that. So I'll get that. I get another piano chop there. There's another bit. That's another one. So I'll have that. Any more? Oh, that's the one. Wherever I hear a chord, I'm getting a chord. Right. Is that it? Any more? Alright. There's one. Okay. That'll do me. So I've got all my chops. I'll zoom out. So I've got, alright, 16. Now, what I could have done is I could have done regions, but regions would do it. It wouldn't be precise. It might miss bits. And I don't want to faff about. Like I said, the thing about this machine, what I like is the speed of being able to get things together. So I'm going to just convert that because I already know. Will that go to 1? I don't know. Whatever. I'm going to convert that because I don't need to mess with it. I'm going to do it to pad parameters. Pad parameters, the difference between this non-destructive slice and pad parameters is pad parameters means each one of them slices to itself so I can move around with it. If it's a non-destructive, they're both non-destructive, but if it's this one, what it means is it's attached to the next one. So you can't really move them. If you move one, you move the other. So I always say, if you can, do it to pad parameters because you can always mess about with it and get it to how you want. So now I've got that as chops. I'll press launch and note to get them both together, and I've got. So now I've got that. So that's funky. I can already tell that's funky. So I like that chord. I like that chord. I like that chord. I like that chord. Oh, I like that. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, oh yeah. I'm getting some. We'll have that. We'll have that. We'll have a bit of that, won't we? Right. So let's go back. So I'll tap that, and it's roughly 90 BPM. Well, I pressed it one more time. Doesn't really matter. I know it's about 90. I knew it would be 90 anyway, but good to do it. As I always say, I always do the sample first, and then get the sample down, and then decide what I want after that. So, like, I'm going to get that sample down. I like that. So let's see. And I'm just going to play it. So I'm going to play a load of it. So I've got a big chunk of it, just in case happy accidents. Here we go. Yeah, whatever. I know enough of that's going to be right. So let's go to the clip. So that was 16. Well, we messed up there. I messed up there. So what can I do? I could duplicate that, couldn't I? In fact, I will. Let me try that. So if I selected all of that and then I did that, that would copy and duplicate that section. So let's try that. So I'm going to zoom in a bit because I messed up at the end. Scroll, zoom in, scroll, 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 scroll. So the last piece of that was where it went all south. So I'll select all of that. I'll highlight all of that piece there, and I'll select shift to delete it. And then I'm going to get this last piece here and I'm going to copy it to there. So it does it twice. I'm sure that was right. I'm sure that was funky. I haven't played this back, so I'm taking a guess, but I've got a feeling that was right. So let's get that. So I'm going to get all of that, and I want to cut that. No, I want to copy that. So I'm going to copy that, and I want to place it where this cursor is. So this cursor here is now my paste. So this is how you can copy and paste stuff. So I've copied all of that stuff from there, and I'm going to move it to there, and in theory, hopefully if I'm right, this should paste there, and it did. So let's see what that is now. Let's go. Yeah, okay, let's check it out with a metronome. Yeah, 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 feeling that. Yeah. So that's 16 lengths there. So I've got movement in there. Let's get some drums on there. Okay, so I'm feeling that. And just to prove my point about, like I was saying, I'm drum sound agnostic. I'm going to go through quiet. Right. If you ever want stuff to play and you don't want it to do that all the time, you can just do that and then use play here. So I can hear the drum. So if there's anything here, like I like that. That's kind of chunky. That's chunky, and it's, even though it's a house thing, it's got a chunky kind of foot to it. That one, I like that. Let's see, and we can change out the sounds. So nothing is ever fixed. Yeah, maybe that. Let's see. No. I like that. Let me try that. I'm going to put a bit of swing into that. I'll loosen it up a little as well, just in case, but I don't worry about stuff like that. If I want things loose, I can do it after, but let's see. Here we go. So we've got that. Ah! Did I not press record? I didn't press record. Right, let's do that again. 2, 3, go. Right, so we definitely did get that one in. Like I always do, I always go over a bit too much, so there you go to 8s. Yeah, that kick's a bit too heavy in it. It's a bit too heavy. We'll modify that. We'll find another kick by going to samples and then going to search and pressing kick to bring up all our kicks. Oh, and I'll turn this auto back on again because it's not long. And what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to blend a couple of kicks together. So I'll do some layering. I quite like that one. Let's change that to that. Let's see. Yeah, we'll layer that. So we'll have that, and let's see. We'll have something a bit more. With less attack. Let's go for a hip hop kick. So I've got kick there, right? And then what I can do is I can tap in here and I can type in hip. And if I do a space between them both, I can get in there, right? It should find everything with kick and hip. And there we go. So we've got kick and hip hop, so we've got that FUD. And then maybe something. Maybe that. So what I don't want to do is replace that. I want to add it as a layer. So what I want to do is go loop, load to pool. So that's loaded into the sample pool. In fact, we'll find another one. Maybe have that one as well, just to see and blend all three. So we've got that. So let's go shift click, clip back to there. That's the kick on layer 1. On layer 2, I'm going to add that other kick. So go find it. Where is it? Do you know something? I've never even thought, could I do it on layers on there? Let's try that. So basically I'm going to just try something here by going to sample edit, going to pad, and does it show? No, it just does one layer at a time. Okay, so remember that you can only do one layer at a time with that. So let's go back. And we'll go here and then we'll go kick. So we just need to find the hip hop kicks, what we're down here. And I've loaded that into layer 2. So that's both playing at the same time. So by clicking this, I can change the level of the mix so that it's not flooded out. So this one. So I've got a mixture of both. So that's and then what I might do is I might make this come in a little later by moving the offset. So just to show what that is like, if that wasn't both, how many is there? 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is what it's like without that. This is what it's like with it. And I could do all this in context, so I could have it playing. So maybe a bass in there. Probably more percussion. I'll change that hi-hat as well, but I'll play that hi-hat in and then I'll change it. So my thing is always like using the arpeggiator. So that's 2 swinging for me. Bring down that swing now, and we'll have that as 8s. And then I'm going to change out that hi-hat. And to make sure it's in there, okay. Okay, let's here we go. Go. What is that recording to? Oh, it's there. So let's change that hi-hat. So again, I could change that by going here and just putting hat, and now it will give me all the hi-hats. I think maybe that one works for me. Let's see. Yeah. So the only thing we're missing is bass, I think. So we want something like burn, 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 bang, 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 bang. So this is where I'd probably go to my piano now, because the keyboard, because then finding out is probably easier on this piano, I guess. So we'll see. Shift thingy. I'll go piano first. No, I'll try and find it. I'll just find a bass. I'll just try this bass. I'm going to change the sound afterwards. Yeah. So let's see. So. Is that too loud? Is the music too loud? Anybody just tell me, just in case the music's too loud. Is that right key? Do you know what? I'm going to fix that sample, because I'm not quite sure if that's in key. So, as I've always told you, it's better if you fix the sample to the keyboard than keyboard to the sample. So I'm going to go like that. I'm going to get all zones, select all the zones, and I'm going to get a piano one instead of a bass, just so that I know that this is dead right. And go to piano. There's a piano. There's a piano. And I'll just go to basic piano here. Right. And then I'll find the key. So that's the key. That's the key. E, right, E. So, oh, I'll do it on here. I can do it on here, because now I've found that I can just match this stuff. Right. Right. I know what I'll do. I'll play a note all the way through, and then I'll tune it to that. So I'll go, and then I'll make sure that it's tuned to that. So let's turn that down so can I hear it? Is that in key? I think so. Yeah, I think that might be in key anyway, so that might be alright. I'm going to try something else now, because it just come to me. Now that I've got this in key, I might be able to play it on the keyboard. So I might actually find a bass without having to play a bass. So let's see. So it's in minor from that sound, I think. Does that feel right? Yeah. Try that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my keyboard now by changing that input to the scale. So now my keyboard is in scale. So whatever notes I'm playing are going to be in that scale. So I might be able to mess about and see if I come up with a bass line. And I'll change that sound now to the bass sound. Back down, B, one of these. What's that? Let's see what happens. Oh, that sounds alright. That's one bit. Okay. It's a bit funky. It's not necessarily hip-hop-y tough, but it's got a groove. It's a party groove. Change it into a party groove type of a track tune. Let's see. 2, 3, and... So... Oh, so what's that then? We want that on 3, so we'll have that one. So, I've got, well, a bit of it sounds alright. I'm not quite sure. It's still a bit funky. It's more like, everybody on with the party flow. It's time to anyone love the job. It's got that kind of groove now. as opposed to, yeah, we'll leave it with that bass line. Let's try and find some other stuff to top it up. Yeah, let's do some apps. In fact, let me find the chords. Let me see if I can find chords what work with that. Where that's hard. This is now starting to get a little harder, but hard is good. Let's say organ. An organ might be quite cool. What song? It's kind of like one of them screaming organs, like fuzzy organ maybe. keep it to that for now. Let's try and see if we can find some chords for that E. So it's an E harmonic minor. Let's see, so we need an E minor. Yeah, what's that? Let's have that higher. Yeah, it's not that. Oh, that could be one. Could be one. What? Let's. Change his song up, but let's see. No, that's whack. Let's. Yeah, do you know what? I'll use my own. No, do you know what? Let's see what gospel has. Let's see what gospel has. Major, 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 major. Oh, pentonic. Let's see what's that. Trash. Major, major, minor. That might be. Oh no, this is jazz now. No. No. Major, 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 minor. Could be, but doesn't feel like ought to me. Nothing from there. Nothing's coming out. One last try. Try pop, and then I'm gonna do arpeggiators and just call that and work on that other thing. Don't know about any of that. No, don't know about any of that. Don't know about any of that. Let's see. Do you know what? I'm going to hum something and then I'll probably work out from there. Down, down. So I'm going to do that. Da, 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 da. So I'm going to make my own chords. I'm not going to find a chorus. So the first thing I'm going to do is da. So I need to find that note. Da, da, da. Right. So da, da, da. So that's with a root note. I don't know. Let's try it as a seventh. Da, flat. No, that's missing. I don't know about that. Let's see. Da, da, da. Is that right? Da. think that might be it. Might be A. Let's try that as a 7th. I'm getting ambitious here. I'm getting really ambitious here. And I don't like any of that. So I'm going to leave that. And I'm going to go and I'm going to use arpeggiator. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you just, as you probably know with music, sometimes you're feeling it. And sometimes it just doesn't really gel. I'm going to play this 1 second and have a listen, see if I'm coming up. Something like that maybe. Maybe something like that. So what would that be? With the harp on. 3. One, 2, 3. Right, so shift to the harp and let's make that move more. So 1, 2, 3 down, I think. Try variant. No. So something like that, maybe da 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 da. Do you know what? It sounded alright and then it got a bit too funky, I don't know. I'm not feeling that. Yeah. So, alright, that was one idea. Can it? Don't save. Let's try something new. Let's try something Grizzy like. For anybody who's heard of Griselda or anything like that, I've been listening to a lot of the Griselda stuff and I kind of like it, so I'm going to try and do something Griselda-ish. I've done one Griselda beat. Should I do a Blue Peter? Yeah, I'll play. Well, this is what I came up with when this was an idea of a Griselda beat, and then I'm going to try and, I'm not going to do the same thing, I'm going to try and do something similar. Where is it? So that kind of thing. Yo, so gonna try and replicate something along them lines. So the first thing I know about all that Griselda stuff is it's really, really slow. It's really, really slow and atmospheric. So I need to get an atmospheric sound. I'm going to use a hype and see if I can come up with something. I don't have to use these sounds because I have got sound effects, but I'm more curious about, well, what can I do here with what's here? So let's see if I can hear some of these sounds and if any of these sounds stick out. Or maybe I want to get a guitar sound in first. Or get a sample in first and then do that. I think that makes more sense. So I'm going to go to my sample packs and find something weird and sound effectishly weird kind of guitar kind of thing. Let's see, I've got some guitar stuff here somewhere, studio guitars. So let's see if there's anything that sticks out at all. Samples. That does. We'll have that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a drum. I'm going to create a drum program. I'm going to delete everything else for the moment. So I've just got this drum program. Am I blind, or is that right? Let me just double check. No, I ain't a drum program. Dag nabbit. Create a drum program. Right, there is a drum program there. So I'm going to load this. Let me just make sure that there's nothing. Alright, okay, so it's blank. So I'm going to load the pool with sounds, then I'm going to make my own thingy. Let's see. Alright, yeah, man. Right, nice one. Cheers. Right, let's. So I'm going to load the pool. That one. Any more sounds? Anything else? As well, I've got no idea how that might gel. It might work, it might not. Alright, shift clip. Oh no, piano. I want to get some kind of piano sounds as well. So let me see if is there any piano-y things go out. Pianos usually quite good. I've got some piano ballady type stuff here. Piano melodies, okay. No, wrong one. Piano melodies. And that one. That'll probably work. Right, so let's get the elements of these. So we'll start with the guitar thing. That one we'll have, and that piano. So and then we warp it. So half that speed, we'll do half of that speed. Let's see what, is that right? No, it's the other way round, and it's twice as fast, isn't it? Twice as fast. Well, it sounds like Incredible Hulk there. So we'll have that. Maybe now, what else is it? What else have we got? Let's see, is there any more thing in there? sounds interesting. Yeah, tell you what, as well, we'll put snap on so that we don't get this click, what I've talked about before. You can usually get them zeroed out. Zoom in a bit closer. Okay, so now because I know that that beat has to be a certain style for them Grizzy things, I'm gonna go to my expansion, shove it, and I'm gonna go let's try new skills. So I'll use that kit. Okay, I'll keep it loose with a bit of swing, and here we go. Oh, well, no, here we go. So that hopefully that recorded. Yeah, it did. Good. So we want that kick needs to swing a bit more in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that off snap. So that wants to be closer, doesn't it? That wants to be closer. Can I do a shift and move? No, I can't. I have to do more snap. So that needs to be tighter. And so that wants to be quarters. So we'll come back out of that quarters. Swing. And then we'll try a different kit. So I'll take that off there, and I'm just going to go through them random and see if anything sticks out for me. No, that's not doing all. That's not really Grizzy. It's a nice kit. Maybe slow that down a bit even more. Let's go back to the piano. Or maybe right, but I need to make that 16th, so we'll do that again. Stop that. We'll get rid of that. I'll do it again. 1, 2, and... rap. So that key, that's alright, but that's not it. I think that could be it. So let's filter that up a bit so we get in the pocket. Have a bit of reverb on that. So let's go back to the master and we'll add in some, yeah, and then I'm gonna call it. So all we need is a bit of atmosphere into this, and a bit of atmosphere into this. So let's go back now, and we'll get that keyboard. We'll get that keyboard back in. Go back to master. We'll get an atmospheric. So we'll bring the hype into this now, with some atmosphere. I love a party with some atmosphere. So let's see. So let's see. So I think we need a bass in there as well. We'll take the piano, we'll kill that piano right out. And this is why this is so ace, it's just quick. So like I've got all of that, I don't need all of that, I just need that little bit. Shut up. Da, da. Is that, do I want all of that? I think I only need that. So let's see, oh. You see, this is why a keyboard's a little. So now I'll go back and I'll get that bass thingy on there. Not that. Not that. None of that. Let's go back. Sub, try that. yeah, so we want that. But do we want it lower? Oh, Easy Houdini's. Nice one. Let's see. Yeah, we'll have it that low. Hopefully you can hear that on the speakers. So we'll play that in, and then we'll have it where exactly so it's in the right groove. So I'll mime it. So I'll go on. Something else, good for tea, slice of cake, so we'll have that. So that's gonna come in. Yeah, we can come in every 8, or maybe could come in every 4. See? So this is how we can decide it. No, we'll have it every 8, so it comes in every 8. So it's just it just comes in out of those. And then now, just get that mystery back in. We'll have that in, and we'll try see if that effect works. Oh. Let's try it. Yeah. No, not the. No, alright. Maybe. Was that first one? Oh. No. Maybe a bell? Maybe. Ding, ding, ding. Maybe. I don't know. We'll keep it as that first one anyway. Let's see. Something like that. So that, yeah. So basically, there's 2 in there, 2 different groups that I kind of did, and hopefully you've been able to see how I kind of come to creating stuff. One with sample packs, one with a sample chop. I wasn't feeling that sample chop. It was nice, and then it started to get a bit too groovy, a bit poppy for my feeling. I'll leave that for maybe Sunday to do something more soft. I hope this has been helpful for everyone, and I'll check you again soon. And I appreciate you joining in and checking me out, and maybe I'll check you tomorrow. So I hope you have a great day, great weekend, and as always, stay. Well, let's have fun. Stay safe.